Out of all the aliens in Ben's arsenal, October seems like the perfect time to dive into the spookier side of the Omnitrix. Last time we tackled the Ghostfreaks and all of his spectral secrets, but today it's time to unearth the hidden potential of an alien that doesn't get nearly enough love, Benmummy, or Snare-oh depending on what you prefer. So Snare-oh first appeared in The Return, where he battled the werewolf, and we got to see his abilities, which are elasticity, regeneration, and control over bandages. As you can tell by his design, he's obviously inspired by the classic mummy or pharaoh horror trope. However, something always felt off about his character, and it wasn't until playing Ben 10 Protector of Earth until I realised what it was. When you think of this character, you obviously associate him with one thing: Egypt, or to be more specific, the desert. And we got to see something in the video game when we got to see another one of his species, and that was him using tornado powers. And the more I thought about it, the more this worked for this alien. However, one problem arose when going back to that game, and that was realising that these two are technically separate species. So, would I give Ben another transformation? No. I imagine that these two are so close together when it comes to genetic makeup that you could just combine them, and seeing as Ben is supposed to be the pinnacle of each species, let's just say that these two combined is the pinnacle. I always imagined Snare-oh to be one of Ben's best trap enemies. By that I mean he has the potential for better stealth, blending in with shadows, or using his bandages to trap or ensnare enemies from a distance. Now combine that with the probable tornado powers and he would be a deadly force. Not only that, but could you imagine not seeing him 1 minute and then the next, boom, all you see is his green eyes amidst the tornado? That would be menacing. So how would he utilise this ability? Well, for starters, like the other species, he would summon it in front of him and throw it at his foe. However, a more practical use I could imagine using it would be as a shield. However, the top of him would not be covered. Now, another ability I would imagine being able to use would be him travelling long distances, where he would completely unravel himself. He would use a tornado and just go straight up into the air until he crash lands into where it needs to be. I imagine it would be very silent. The only parts you would hear would be the gust of wind, and then all you would see is, like I said earlier, a menacing glance through him covered in a tornado. So I've only gone over 3 ways Ben would utilise these new powers. However, when it comes to Snare-oh and the fact I've seen how Ben would use his other transformations, these are the most likely outcomes. However, these aren't the only outcomes of how he would use it. However, I would like to hear that from you guys in the comment section down below. Please let me know how you would use these powers. But before we finish off today's video, there's one more thing I would love to see if Ben could use Snare-oh for this, and that is crystal absorbing. Now, when you hear absorbing powers in Ben 10, normally a laser beam would be used. However, I'm going to shut that down right away. I don't want that to be used for Snare-oh. If anything, the only ways I want this to be used is just as a simple power up. Now, how I imagine it is different crystals will give him different types of boosts in power. However, the one thing I want to make very clear is that when using this, he cannot unravel his bandages. It would more or less be just a boost when it comes to his tornado abilities, nothing more. Other than that, I believe that is it for Snare-oh. However, I would love to hear what you also think about this concept. I thought it'd be interesting, especially seeing as Snare-oh is an underutilized alien. But I'd love to hear you all in the comment section down below. Anyway, that's been it from me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.